evening and welcome to the Don Valley Stadium, Sheffield, for the 12th game in the Stones Centenary Championship. Just being entertained by the dancing girls before the match, and some fine specimens we have. St Helens out on the pitch, just waiting for Sheffield to come out. We're expecting a good game tonight. Nice night here at the Don Valley. My name's Ron Hoof, Mick McGowan's with me, and we look forward to a good game this evening, Mick.
Certainly will, both teams in form. Saints, of course, as you know better than I do, Ron, really running the tries in, knocking the points up, playing free-flowing football. And the Eagles coming off a terrific win at Headingley last week. An outstanding game. Both teams played well, by the way. It wasn't that Leeds didn't play well. Both teams played well, and the Eagles came away with a wonderful victory. So we're in prospect of a top-notch First Division, Premier Division Rugby League game.
Yes, you're dead right. Obviously, the Eagles looking for the third win on the trot. Not the best of seasons for them. They've only won 3, but 3 good scalps. Cass, Oldham and Leeds, as you say, especially the Leeds one. And Saints with a 5-match win on the trot and looking to obviously add it. Not the best of hunting grounds here at the Don Valley. The Saints team for this evening: Steve Prescott at fullback, Joey Hayes, Andy Northey, Carl Hammond and Anthony Sullivan the 3 quarters, Phil Waring and Bobby Gould in the half-back pairing, with Adam Fogarty, Kieran Cunningham, Andy Leatham in the front row, Chris Morley, Apollo Perolini, Dean Busby the back 3, Danny Arnold, Kevin O'Loughlin, Phil Beavers and Richard Shield make up the substitutes. The Sheffield side: Mark Gamson at fullback, Josiah Dakuitoga, Linton Stott, Jean-Marc Garcia and Bright Sodji are the 3 quarters. Dean Lawford and Mark Aston the half-back pairing, with Paul Broadbent, John Lawless and Danny McAllister the front row, Andy Hay, Anthony Farrell and Paul Carr the back 3. And what a back 3 they are there. There's certainly exciting players there for the Eagles. Richard Price, Osali Suvatabua, Mala Yasser and Paul Dixon are on the bench. Colin Morris is your referee. Both captains at centre field. Paul Broadbent, is it for you, Mike? Captain. Bobby Golding, the referee, is Colin Morris. A nice crisp evening, and we won't be doing this next year, Mick, will we? We'll have finished our season more or less next year with this summer rugby and obviously the Super League.
Yeah, it's ironic, Ron. I mean, you're saying it's a crisp evening. It's not really cold at all for almost into December. It's a perfect evening for playing rugby league on, as we change over to summer rugby players. Last winter season, it's the mildest winter I can remember.
Yes, it certainly is, and we've had some rough specks in our time, haven't we? But Saints have possession from the kick-off. Obviously, they want to win here tonight. A difficult tie at the Don Valley. We don't want any repeats of last season when we came here and we were 20 points to 0 up and then blew it out of sight. And the Eagles won 35 points to 31. But Saints making good yardage. Kieran Cunningham, solid tackling there. And loose forward, Paul Carr. Excellent competitor. Saints put it downfield and fine touch on the Eagles 20. So obviously a decent set of 6 to start off with, Mike. It comes down to Eagles, their head and ball, and let's see if Saints can contain them.
Yeah, well, we'll just see. A pretty steady start from St Helens there. Took the ball up almost at the halfway line. The man making the most yardage, of course, being Kieran Cunningham. And it's Dakoe Toga moving the ball in. It's been a feature of the Eagles' play in the last few weeks. I'm talking as Broadbent makes a good bust there, makes good yards out of his own quarter. I think looking around the teams, you know, these hookers are starting to realise just how much space there is on this 10-metre rule and starting to utilise it. Last week, Shaw and Lawless had tremendous games. Both hookers had tremendous games. And I know Kieran Cunningham is one of the best movers of the ball. When I say movers, moving the ball upfield, that St Helens have.
Yes, you're right there, and obviously it's the quickness of the play of the ball, Mick. That's what takes the other teams. We noticed the difference when you play a team from a lower division, even though we struggled last Sunday against Hull at the Boulevard. But the Eagles have the ball, they have the possession. They're approaching the Saints 20. No score at present. We've only had 2 minutes of play. Solid tackling. And Eagles move it to the right. Coming over to this right wing, Dakumi Toga. Oh, that's a break! And that's going to be a great try for the Eagles. Jean-Marc Garcia going in for the first try after 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Well made, good play there. Eagles moved it across, penetrated the Saints there.
Certainly did, and that was a costly penalty that the Saints gave away on the Eagles' 30-metre line. Gone. So that's something of a shock for Saints there. First time they were in their own quarter. The Eagles splitting them wide open, and I think we just saw there on. Oh dear me, that's slack work from Anthony Farrell. We just saw there on that quite a few changes in the St. Helens side. Just might have disrupted the defensive line a little.
Yes, maybe so. Obviously, 3 players going, 2 that's been playing regular, Loughlin and Dwyer. Sonny Nicholl was supposed to be coming back for tonight. A mistake there by the Eagles, gives Saints a chance to get back on level terms if they can. As they come crossfield, good break. Whirring it was, turns the ball inside. Steve Prescott, Jinks turns back on the short side. He's got to keep in field. Whirring, Anthony Sullivan, I should say, steps up, attacked in half-back. Sullivan looking to drive through, but the Eagles spot him. You know, Sullivan's dangerous, and they force Sullivan into touch. That's good tackling, that. Speed merchant Sullivan, a light man, and certainly temper's getting a little frayed. But that was the order of the day. Sullivan tried to get through there, Mick, from acting half-back. The Sheffield defence was up to it. 3 tacklers in there. They forced him back, and the sheer ferocity of the tackle forced him into touch, probably on the second tackle. And referee Morris, he stopped game. He'll have a word with Sullivan and whoever else was involved. But it's unlike Anthony Sullivan, but good work from Sheffield there.
Well, bringing Sodji right over to have a word with Anthony Sullivan from the other wing, and we have to apologise to everybody that's listening. It was actually Stott that scored the try, not Garcia. I call that wrong run. So Linton Stott wants his debut try. We all know Stott can score tries from a position on the field, and there we see good sportsmanship from Anthony Sullivan and Bright Sodji. Everything calmed down. So Aston feeds the Fijian back, who's well held by Waring and Northey. This is Paul Carr trying to clear his line. Good defence from the Saints. Fogarty on the tackle. Broadbent, good tackle underneath from Cunningham. Well, that's good defensive work. Oh, big hit from Morley. Well, no wonder he's in the team. Terrific hit, Morley there on Andy A. Aston puts the ball down. Oh, it bounces just in field, and Anthony Sullivan saying the ball bounced on the line. Well, I don't know what Bobby Golding's doing, because Bobby Golding wasn't near enough to make a judgment. It wasn't hardly any nearer than us wrong.
Well, yes, we're 3 days coming right away, Mike, but obviously he's not happy with it. With the touch judge, Anthony Sullivan remonstrated straight away. He thought the ball had gone out. Obviously we can't judge on it clearly. But Saints have head and feed, and Sullivan's gone in field. They do have the possession. Good work, Saints keep it going. Kieran Cunningham moves it over to the right. Oh, good ball, Perolini. Joey Hayes on his outside, he gives it to Hayes. And certainly Perolini, I'm glad they've kept him in the second row. He had an excellent game at the Boulevard on Sunday. Good, strong running from this Western Samoan, and there's Morley. 10 metres inside the Eagles' half. They lead by 4 points to 0. 7.5 minutes of the game gone. Strong running as Saints move it through. Cunningham again, exploiting the acting half-back position. He turns it back, Saints keep it going. He's now with Carl Hammond. He's in the 20. He stumbles. He's within 10 metres. Golding will be involved here. He takes control. Golding moves it over. He chips it through. But it's kicked dead by the Eagles. Pressure kick by Golding. On the 6th tackle. Good work by the Saints. They took the ball up. Took it deep into the Eagles 25. Hit the Eagles 20. And then Golding with the grubber kick through. It was hacked dead. It had to be firm and hard. with a host of Saints players moving up there. They'll get possession back from the dropout between the sticks, and it's up to the Saints to keep the pressure on the Eagles. Hayes comes away with it. Taken at the first attempt. Paul Carr, I think, the first man in. Good back three for the Eagles this evening. Saints take it away. Andy Northey on the far side. Had flu. He was suspended for last Sunday's game. Good job he was. He was full of flu. He wouldn't have been able to play anyway. Just got the tail end of the effects. Lyon and Joint out with the flu. As Golding chips it to the corner. Anthony Sullivan chasing. Sullivan there, tackles the man. Runs him. Tackles him, touching goal. So pressure again. Another set of 6 now for the Eagles to withstand the Saints barrage. And as you said before, Mick, a lot of talk in the rugby league world obviously today about the signing of Paul Newlove. Saints breaking the record transfer fee, $500,000 signing of Newlove, class player, but it involved 3 players going to Bradford: Bernard Dwyer, Paul Locklin and Sonny Nicol. Mixed feelings obviously in the camp. A class player, but 3 going the other way. Saints move it out again. Perolini running out wide. Perolini and Morley will be asked to run out wide along with Busby, but Saints keep it going. Can they cross the whitewash? They're 5 metres short. They trail by 4 points to 0. There's 10 minutes gone on the clock, and Golding again. Saints spread it. Well, the ball's knocked back by a Sheffield player. Will it be a 6 again? The referee ruling a knock-on there. Must be ruling a knock-on with the Saints feed, I would imagine, Mick. He's given the Sheffield feed. I thought the ball had come off a Sheffield player, but obviously not. So the Eagles weather the storm, Mick. Still leading by 4 points to 0. They come away with possession, and Busby, the first man in. As we're saying, mixed feelings obviously about the Newlove signing, but big business and a big buzz all round St Helens. 2 players, Dwyer and Locklin, that have been playing exceptionally well, but there's no sentiment in business, and you've got to get on with it. Eagles now in the lead, 4-0. They have the possession. They're spreading it out. Dakui Toga, the Fijian. Well tackled. Cunningham moves in. Well, Lawless. No, a bad ball there, and Saints come up with possession. Loose play by Lawless. Saints move it. They're 20-odd metres away from the Sheffield line. They have a set of 6 to capitalise. They started badly, conceded a try from... Oh, dearie me. Adam Fogarty, I think that was, just took his eye off the ball. Touched his fingertips, knocked it forward. Sheffield Mick back in possession from this scrum.
Yeah, well, that was a let-off for the Eagles. They've been under some considerable pressure for the last 5 or 10 minutes, Ron. They just managed to win a ball back, and a sloppy play of the ball from Dakui Toga put John Lawless under pressure, and the Saints came up with the ball, but then Fogarty just relieved the pressure for the Eagles. So stop, bouncing off Hammond's tackled. There's Anthony Faddle, who scored a wonderful try last Sunday, which clinched the match. Paul Broadbent cutting him over the top to kill the ball. Oh, that's good running. Aston, quick ball. Paul Carr can't drag it in, and no real depth then on the Eagles line. Mark Aston had to move it with quick hands, and Paul Carr, I think, was anticipating the kick. Good pressure there from Saints, pressurising what was possibly the best kicker at Ron.
Yes, Mick, a double knock on at the 6th tackle, so the turnover instigated by referee Colin Morris, a native of St Helens, Mick, I hasten to add, but I'm sure it won't cloud his judgment this evening. Popular favourite with the St Helens crowd. Cunningham attacked in half-back. Saints 30 metres away from the Eagles line. Chris Morley, he's been out injured, back in the side this evening. Saints with a lot of youngsters coming through. Oh, Cunningham just losing his footing. Turns it back to Morley. Morley drives again, runs diagonally across field. Takes the ball towards the posts. Golding Chips it through, it's touched an Eagles player, it's come back. Will the tackle count be waved clean? The referee says that was the 6th tackle. He's ruling that the ball played the man. And not the man played the ball, so the turnover there. And the pressure relieved again, yet as Paul Carr comes through, he wants to play it quickly. It is played as the Eagles try to move it and make good yardage. 15-20 metres, just short of the halfway line. They're in the lead by 4 points to nil. We've had nearly 14 minutes of the game gone. Anthony Farrell up the centre. And Eagles move it again. Cries for offside from the Homesters. Oh, and the severity of the tackle knocked the ball out of the Eagles players' arms. And tackling is going to be at the paramount this evening. Steve Prescott, twisting, turning, drives it forward. He loses possession now. Eagles capitalise, it's with Bright Sodji. Sodji on the outside. The Saints move in quickly. So have we had a little bit of rain round here, Mick? Because it certainly looked rainy down, and it's obviously taking its toll on the field with the pitch, which is in excellent condition, obviously holding a little bit of water. Eagles moving it forward. Well, Farrell loses possession. An ideal platform for the Eagles to build up there. The idea was right. Aston was laying the ball on. Farrell came through, couldn't take it. And the Eagles penalised for not lining up correctly at the play of the ball, even though the populace of Eagles spectators below us, Mick, obviously feel that the Saints haven't been on side for quite a while.
Well, you just got to accept them calls. I'm impressed with both second rowers, Morley and Pedalini. They're really tackling hard and tackling absolutely fair and solid and getting the shoulders right into the Eagles' ribs, and they've dislodged the ball several times already. So the Eagles will have to show a little bit more respect as far as ball security is concerned.
As Cunningham scampers away. Farrell tackles him. Saints move it to the right. Perolini runs well out wide, attracts 3 and 4 Eagles to bring him down. 4-0 the score. Golding working the loop movements. Taken down in possession. Last one of the sequence. Goes to Hammond. Hammond chips it. Comes up to the full-back. The ball still loose. Well, Mark Gamson gathers it safely. Always difficult with the difficult ground conditions. But the Eagles in possession in their own 20. 15 minutes gone, Mike, and 4 points to nil.
Yes, and nothing in the game at all. Both sides making progress with the ball. Some good tackling going on. That was a terrific tackle from Anthony Sullivan. No head contact there. As Broadbent makes it almost to the halfway line. Last tackle. Ball goes to Lawford, who puts it high to the corner. Just plays a chip shot. Oh, and he'll have to play that with Hayes. Hayes with good chases. Oh, that's great chase by Dean Lawford on his own kick. Excellent work. And it's that kind of work that cleans to victory for the Eagles last Sunday. And that's good work again in defence. Top effort from Sodji. This is Hayes bringing the ball away. Well, Hayes giving his forwards a bit of a breather. And that's a good pass from Busby. This is Perolini on the outside. A good breakout from Saints. Well, what a superb passage of rugby league. Good defence, good attack. Waring feeds Hammond to Sullivan. Sullivan, top try scorer at the moment in rugby league. There's nowhere for him to go there. Last tackle. Waring feeds Goulding, second receiver, puts it high to the posts. This is a difficult ball for Gamson, but he comes up with it, and it's a 25 tap. Well, that was good work from Gamson on that. Was under severe pressure.
He was under severe pressure. Obviously, it's good for the Saints to get up there, considering the first 2 tackles of the set of 6. He was forced back by excellent tackling by the Eagles when Saints just couldn't get away. It was Joey Hayes and Steve Prescott tried to take it up. Eagles weathered the storm well. Good break on the outside, Perolini. But the Eagles have the possession now, and obviously looking to capitalise, or gained more advantage on the 4-0 lead. But it's certainly, since that early stop try, Mike, it's been nip and tuck, hasn't it?
It has. It's been a superb game of rugby league. There's McAllister, is it? No, Broadbent almost broke the line then. Lawford on the drop-off, turns inside. Finds Stott again. Stott, is he going for his second? Gets away from 2 or 3 tacklers. Keeps going. Linterstock had an excellent game last season in this fixture. Ball moving quickly now across field. Anthony Farrell for this ball. Moves it along. Garcia has men outside him. Oh, it's Paul Carr, is it? It's tackled a fraction short, and it's a dash over. It's going to be a try. Right, Sodji. Excellent play, the Eagles. Superb play then. The Eagles brought the ball to the left to spread the ball quickly. St. Campbell would scramble well, stop the initial movement.
One player just coming short. Couldn't think who it was, mate. That come. Paul Carr that came nearly to the try line, and then from the acting halfback, Farrell exploited a gap in the Saints defence, went over, and that's a superb conversion from the touchline from Mark Gamson. Gives the Eagles a lead of 10-0, Mike. Saints certainly up against it, but we remember Saints being 20-0 up. Can Saints reverse the tide?
Nothing's certain in this game anymore, is it, Ron? The game's so open and fluid. You have to keep playing, and that's great for the public. You can't sit back on a lead anymore these days. Even if you're 20-25 points in front, you cannot sit back, because teams will come back and murder you if you do. You have to keep playing. You have to play the 80 minutes out. So the Eagles, with Broadbent, just pushes the ball 5 metres over the halfway line. Andy Hay, not had a chance to run today, but scored 2 great tries last week. Being in top form. Lawless tries a little sortie. And Waring equal to that. This time, Stop, toes it through. And the Saints will scrummage on their 10, and the ball struck a St. Helens man, so Mr. Morris indicating that and awarding the scrum to the Eagles. So this is good pressure. Aston, long ball to Lawford. Lawford goes on his own, sets it up under the post, just 12 metres from the crossbar. Lawford again, as Gamson running dummy, tries to slice through himself, picks Daku Itoga up, oh, and he's tackled a foot short. This time Sodji goes for the try, and he loses it. Well, it was Sodji that time, and he just couldn't quite control the ball, so good pressure again from the Eagles, but good defence, plenty of men there for St. Helens.
Yes, plenty of men on this occasion, Mike. Good work by the Eagles, excellent ploy, keeping the ball low, chipping it for touch on the 6th saddle. Got the look of the bounce there, or the look of the rub of the green, it hit a Saints player. Got possession from the scrum and nearly scored again with a similar type try than Anthony Farrell's. 10-0, Eagles in the lead, 22 minutes gone on the clock. Fogarty 30 metres out. Saints need to score next. They've come close on numerous occasions, and the Eagles certainly scored 2 and come close on another occasion when they've been up at the opposition's end. Pulling back at the play of the ball, so Saints have the penalty. Bobby Golding finds touch 22 metres from the Eagles line. Fogarty runs the ball up. As we said, or as Mick said, do you think the side losing that composure with 2 players, 2 regular players that's gone, Bernard Dwyer and Paul Loughlin, but life goes on and you've got to get on with the job, haven't you? Golding for the line, stretches, he's over. Well, he's stretched over. The Saints captain took the game by the scruff of the neck, just as I said. Saints had to be the next on the score sheet, and Bobby Golding duly obliges.
Yeah, excellent play from Bobby Golding. He brought the ball back against the grain, which he does all the time, and the Eagles players just eased off expecting the ball to float out. He straightened up, went into Broadbent, took Broadbent's tackle, held Gamson off, and just put the ball, stretched the ball over the line with his fingertips. Excellent play, Bobby Golding, superb individual try.
Yes, and the referee right on the job to adjudicate. As Golding converts his own try, puts the Saints back in at 10 points to 6. Bobby Golding's 70th goal of the season for the Saints, plus 13 for Great Britain and a drop goal. And that was his third try for the Saints this season, plus one he scored for Great Britain. For England, I do beg your pardon, in the World Cup. The Phantom drummer here in front of us, Mick. Is he a regular part of the Don Valley setup?
Well, he certainly is, but they call him Kath.
Saints have possession from the kickoff. 25 minutes gone. Joey Hayes trying to thread his way through. Hayes plays it to himself, no marker. Up to the halfway. 2 tackles there, and Hayes full of ability. Saints now getting a bit of confidence back. Golding, drop off ball inside. The Saints run it upfield. Have to play it quickly. Dean Busby moving it over to the right. Busby takes the tackle. Sodji over there on the far side. Chip kick through for the post. Well, it's loose. That's going to be a drop out from between the sticks. Lawford couldn't take it cleanly. Just knocked it back into the in-goal area. The Saints' defence was up quickly. Put pressure on the Eagles. Mind you, Saints have put pressure on the Eagles before, and it's come to naught. But they are on the score sheet now. 10-6 the Eagles lead. Andy Northey, excellent competitor. Obviously Saints still got players out injured. Scott Gibbs, Tommy Martin, Alan Hunt. Martin and Hunt, season injuries, they're out for the season. Ian Pickavance, Andy Haig, Chris Joint and David Lyon, who guested here with the Eagles for about a month earlier in the season. But it's Golding again, he straightens up, looking for runners. Fogarty's there! Fogarty scored! My word, the Eagles concede 2 tries in the space of 3 minutes. And it's this little man, the captain, the leader, Bobby Golding, taking the game by the scruff of the neck again. And fed a lovely ball onto Fogarty. He was coming at pace, he had to be coming at pace, and the Eagles couldn't contain him there, and that levels the scores up at 10 points apiece. Drifting
across the line, tempting the Eagles tacklers out of the line. Somebody did just step out and just left a hole for Fogarty, and Golding delivered the pass at the perfect time. And Fogarty with the strength from that short distance to get over the line. So Bobby Golding with this kick to put the Saints 2 points in front. Oh, and just sneaks it in the inside the right-hand post. 12-10 the Saints lead.
For Paul Dixon on, did he say, Mike? For Danny McAllister. The Eagles just making the substitution. The Eagles kick off. Saints go in the lead for the first time. 12 points to 10. Dixon, a recent acquisition from Bradford. Or is it Leeds did he play? Bradford he played for, didn't he? Yeah, he did play for Leeds, then he went to Bradford. Dixon here at Sheffield. Strong running, Andy Leatham. I said he made his debut against Hull last Sunday. That was incorrect. He did play once as a substitute the back end of last season. But I'm sure he won't mind me saying that, Andy Leatham. But also on the bench tonight we have Kevin O'Loughlin and Richard Shield looking to make their first team debuts. And 2 good players there. We have Richard Shield. He's been setting the game alight in the academy and moving up to the Alliance. And he'll be looking forward to get on. Eagles have possession. 10 minutes remaining of this first half. They trail by 12 points to 10. They're approaching the halfway line. They make a mistake there. A knock forward. Saints capitalise on the possession. Thought the referee may have ruled a knock-on, but he and forced a scrum down, but he played the advantage as Perellini runs the ball up centre field. Dean Busby running diagonally over to that right wing. Well taken down there, Farrell in at the tackle. Fogarty, the try scorer, makes good yardage. There's going to be a healthy competition for places in the Saints side now as Golding takes control again, moves it over to the right, takes the tackle. It's the last one of the sequence. Comes in field, Phil Waring knocks it back, no knock on. Waring gets it away and grubbers it into touch. Always a 50-50 chance of getting the ball, so they say, Mike, from the scrum. Not much chance, eh?
It's not these days, Ron. Something like 98-2 chance, I should say. But still a better proposition than just handing the ball over. And that's a nice shot. Oh no, Marley caught offside. An ironic chase from the Eagles faithful. Been calling offside for the last 30 minutes. And that's not a very good kick from Mark Aston, but found touch, that's the main thing. So Dakui Toga gone right through that first defensive line. Deary me. Somebody was out to lunch then. So Lawless not made much progress today. Lawless has been tackling most of the half. Saints had most of the possession. Lawford tries to cut through, just couldn't get a pass out to Carr. Anthony Farrell chances, moves forward, throws a ball, beautiful ball to Paul Carr, get over. Oh, excellent play, those two back row men. Anthony Farrell ran right through the heart of the Saints defence and got a magic ball up to Paul Carr, and Paul Carr showing all the strength he's got to force his way under the post run.
Yes, a super try, Mike. Initially started by Dakui Toga. Excellent competitor. I like this back three for you. Hey, Farrell and Carr. I mean, Carr, the Aussie, is an excellent competitor, isn't he? But Farrell there, he was going down in the tackle, flicked it up to Carr, and Carr taking 2 or 3 Saints players with him, stretched out, right under the sticks, puts the Eagles back in the lead. Gamson will convert it. 16 points to 12. The Eagles retain the lead with about 7 minutes. 7 minutes of the half remaining. Gamson there, no problem. Slots it between the uprights. Eagles back on song, Mike.
So Mark Aston that just popped it over. So. So 16-12. The Eagles lead the Saints. As Paul Dixon brings the ball out. So, who will be the next to score? It's that kind of a game. Oh, that's untidy work from Paul Broadbent. The Eagles get away with it. And that's not allowed from Marley. Putting his hand between his legs, lifting the player up. Yeah, some of the Eagles fans, he's not a sending off offence. He's just getting carried away, Marley. He's just simply not allowed to do it now, Ron.
No, that's true. So it is an offence, a foul, to place your hand between the player's legs. Could constitute like the spear tackle. There was nothing in it at the end, but those are the rules, and that's what they've got to abide by, Mike.
Oh, dear me. Dakui Toga. Well, the last time he had the ball, made a superb break. That time, he just overran the ball. Perhaps he's getting a little excited, and that's offside against the Eagles. Not standing square. Not the vital of these things. That brings the Saints up. 25 metres from the Eagles' line. And been quite a few unforced errors, mostly from the Eagles. The Saints have put 1 or 2 balls down. the Eagles have been the worst enemies in that respect. So, Saints with the ball, 20 metres from the posts. As Leatham takes the ball out, Cunningham just delays the pass for Perellini, who hits the line with real strength and purpose. But good defence from the Eagles. They piled the men in and drove him back. Good effort from Perellini. Golding, dummies. Fancies a goal. Oh, he's gone through again. Oh, he's just time, he's dropped it. Excellent play, Bobby Golding. But this time, he just didn't get it down. Well, Bobby Golding has a way of unlocking defences.
He certainly has. They did well there, the Saints. They played well. And Golding, as he said, took the game by the scruff of the neck. Stretched out again, didn't get the downward pressure, lost control as it went over. The referee was right on the job, Mike. Obviously no complaints from where we are stood, or where we are sat, right at the back of the stand.
So the Eagles, probably with the last set of the game. Oh, maybe not. Oh. As Gamson moves the ball in, last tackle. Ball goes to Aston. Aston going high. Garcia on chase. Aston puts everybody on side. Oh, excellent play from Prescott. There's nothing better in the game than to see a full-back come up and take a catch that way, especially such a little guy as Steve Prescott.
Well, he's not the biggest of players, is he? But he's an excellent full-back, and he's got a fair turn of pace. He took it well under a lot of pressure. Do his confidence no harm whatsoever, will it? But Sullivan over there, centre field, or more or less over on the right centre position from the left wing, just relieving the pressure. Cunningham taking the ball up again, has to turn in field, doesn't want to be forced into touch. Last tackle of this sequence. Golding running the angles, puts the tester up. A pressure kick for Gamson. Well, somebody's took it, Gamson shaded it. Wasn't Gamson that took the ball, but Waring comes up with the tackle. Lawford, yes, the standoff half. The Eagles have the possession. They're in the lead by 16 points to 12. There's 3 minutes of the first half remaining. The game kicked off about 7:33. Eagles now. Well, the pass looked to him forward as he moved up to it there. Andy Hay. But the last one of the sequence for the Eagles. Pressure kick. Puts it deep. Will the ball run? It won't. Stevie Prescott will have to play it. The cover defence comes over. Super tackle there. Excellent tackle. Mark Aston was there. Linton Stott and Dakui Toga. Saints want to get up quickly and play the ball. Sullivan remonstrating as Cunningham run tirelessly all evening. Over the 20. Now it's Joey Hayes coming in from the right wing, relieving the pressure, looking for a gap in the Eagles' defence. Well, offside. Golding takes it quickly, tries to unlock the Eagles' defence. He moves over, bobs and weaves. The Eagles try to force him into touch. That's the first tackle of this set of 6. Dixon was offside. Referee Morris picked him out. And now it's Chris Morley. Maybe a last attack on the Eagles' line before half-time. Well, Broadbent penalised. Lying on it to play the ball, has he given? Well, yes, Lawford had been brought out. Must have said something out of turn, Mike. Oh, a bit of a facial, right. There we go. Golding with the penalty. He's going to have a go for goal. Could be crucial in the end. 16-12 the score. Already beaten the Eagles at Nosey Road this season. 62 points to 20. Last season, as I said, here at Don Valley, Saints 20 points to 0 up. Conceded the lead, and 35 points to 31 the Eagles won. Saints winning at Nosey Road last season, 26-10. Veer Matautia still out after a 3-match ban. That's completed this Sunday with the home debut of Paul Newlove at St Helens. The last ban match of Matautia's 3 as Golding finds the goals, gets it between the uprights. 39 minutes gone on the clock. And Bobby Golding reduces the deficit to 2 points. Eagles 16, Saints 14. Saints will receive the possession back. Actually played 40 minutes now, just time for stoppages, and there can't be too much of that, Mike, I don't think, can there?
Well, it's difficult to gauge sometimes, isn't it, Ron? Sometimes you think there's been no stoppages and you end up with 2 or 3 minutes extra play. I don't know.
Yes, maybe so. You're right. We get carried away with the excitement of the game, don't we? And it's been an excellent first half, an excellent 40 minutes. It's been a seesaw game. Eagles looked as though they was going to run away with it at 10 points to nil after 20 minutes. But Saints bounced back in style. Took the lead, but then relinquished it again with an excellent try from Carr. But Saints in possession. Good running out wide. Carl Hammond there taking the ball up now. It's with Dean Busby. Busby turns it inside. Oh, well taken by Fogarty. He turns it on to Waring. Saints got to spread it, but it's turned back inside. Looks as though it was going out to the right, but it was turned back inside. And there's the half-time hooter. An excellent 40 minutes, Mike. Tightly contested game. 16-14. Should be some tough talking at half-time, but we're looking forward to an excellent second period. The half-time score here at the Don Valley. Eagles 16, Saints 14. Back with you now for the second 40 minutes in this tightly contested Stone Centenary Championship. Bright Sodji gets the ball from the kickoff. The Eagles in the lead by 16 points to 14. And Sobatabua come on as a replacement for Anthony Farrell about 7 minutes before the half-time interval. Had the possession there, he takes it up. Dean Lawford. I think that is that's approaching the halfway line, but the Eagles again running hard and strong, tough talking. Gary Hetherington, would he be in the dressing room at half-time, Mike?
I'm sure he would have been on.
And obviously urging his troops on, just as Eric Hughes would for the Saints. Aston with a tester. Steve Prescott came in for it. Prescott under a little bit of pressure there as he knocked it forward. Referee Morris said he has. Took an excellent one at the back end of the first half, but under a little bit of pressure there and couldn't take it cleanly. The clock stopped. The sides pack. The clock will be restarted now. Head and feed to the Eagles. Aston moves it centre field. Garcia tries to put it cross field. Well, the Eagles there, Mike, pressing on the Saints line. They're looking to get the first score of the second half, aren't they?
Certainly are. And it's Paul Brabant and a big charge for the line. Oh, he fancied a try then. But offside. Mr. Morris calling Saints offside. And the Eagles elect to go for goal. Mark Aston looking to extend the lead to 4 points again. 16-14 the Eagles. Just 2 points in front. This Sobatabua certainly looks an handful when he had the ball on.
Yes, he's a big lad, isn't he? One of 3 Fijians, and they're certainly boast to your side, especially after this World Cup. There's been a lot of these well, you wouldn't call them emerging countries, would you? But there's a lot of them coming through, and there's some strong, hard players. That was a successful penalty goal for Aston. Saints bring it up and try to catch Eagles off guard, but another Fijian there, Daku Itoga, another big lad, rangy lad, takes the ball up, Mike.
As Broadbent brings the ball in, hands off. So by... Oh, it's a great ball from Paul Carr. Gets Gamson away. So the Eagles opening up well. Two hookers in contention there. Lawless and... as Hayes. So Lawless and Cunningham there, eyeballing each other. As Saints get on with the game, Lawless loses the ball. Perolini hits the line. Good tackle from Right Sodji. Waring, hands on to Busby. Busby can't get away, can't get the ball out. Good tackle from Andy A. This is Adam Fogarty. Good defence underneath from Lawless. Again, Golding going back against the grain, teasing the defence. Confident play from Golding. Eventually he gets the ball off to Hammond. Hammond feeds the winger and well, that was all untidy. Eventually Mr. Morris calls it an infringement on the last tackle and then calls the penalty for talking. So Saints giving up a good position there, but there was good pressure from the Eagles. Saints moving the ball about well on the fifth tackle, but made no ground. It was a panic kick from Saints. So Dakui Togo pushes the ball up to the halfway line, centre field. Ashton with a switch on for Paul Broadbent. Broadbent just slips as he gets to the line. Gamson goes, finds a hole, keeps going right through the heart of the Saints defence. Up to the quarter line. Lawford this time feeds Aston. Aston late ball to Hay. Hay can't get through. Good defence from Busby and Perolini. Lawford goes for the posts. Gets one off to Broadbent. Broadbent eventually shovels one back. This is the Fijian, the big lad. Ron's going to call his name out because I can't remember it. Savatamua. And that's a bad play of the ball. Lawless chips one through on Prescott, doing what he does best, picking the ball up behind his own line and finding space. Good pressure from the Eagles.
Excellent pressure by Savatabua. I don't think he played the ball in the end, but he got away with it. It was grubbered through and Prescott come away under a lot of pressure, took the ball out. Saints have the possession. They trail by 18 points to 14. We've had 5 minutes gone in this second half. Fogarty taking up the running. Last tackle of the sequence. Saints in possession. Ruster Golding puts it diagonally across field. That top corner. Waring is chasing. Sullivan chasing. Dakui Toga picks it up. Saints come in and haul the man down 12 metres from his own line. The Eagles spread it quickly. Tackling's going to be paramount for both sides in this second 40. Gamson had come up there. Saints tackling well. That's 4 of the set of 6, I think. Broadbent. Well, that was the 4th. This is the 5th. Oh, good work. Well, the ball knocked down. The Saints came in for it. Obviously a grey area that when the Saints, the opposition come in and get a finger or a hand to the man carrying the ball. It goes to ground. But Saints have the possession. Busby. 30 metres out. Fogarty taking the run in. He's up centre field. He breaks through the first line of defence. He's up to the 20. Eagles in the lead, 18 points to 14. Saints need to try to put them back on level terms. Carl Hammond out to the first tackle. Comes crossfield. Hammond still going. 10 metres short. Last one of the sequence. What will the Saints do? Will they go for a dropper? Will they run it? Golding running it. Turns it inside. The Saints man goes without the ball. Steve Prescott it was. And the Eagles back in possession. They've weathered the storm. Prescott just couldn't take it.
So, yeah, great work again from Bobby Golding, posing a serious threat. Every time he has the ball in the Eagles quarter, he seems to mesmerise a couple of the Eagles defenders. So the Eagles working the ball away. Paul Carr with that typical drifting run. Lawless. Will the Eagles maintain possession this time and get a kick in on the 6th? Well, there you see, they've done that 3 times on the trot now. Ron first, Lawless fumbled the ball. I forget who fumbled the ball last time, and this time it's Broadbent and Sodji between them. Oh, and Golding takes a quick tap. I thought it was a knock-on, but it's a penalty. And we have a man changing. McAllister coming back on for the Fijian. So that's a quick taste of Premiership football for him. Didn't do too badly. He'll have to concentrate a little bit more. Can't just run off the field like that. So Saints. Waring. Going first receiver. That's a good ball. Out to Hayes. But Hayes, well policed. Kept him well, did Hayes. Good effort from Hayes. Sodji trying to force him into touch. Waring again. Chips through. Oh, Mark Aston. Brave play. He took him out then, Bobby Gould, Mark Aston. So Eagles again, working the ball out from their own line. This is familiar territory for them in this second half. They have to hold the ball for 5 and get a good kick in the chase in. McAllister back on the field, being offered a pint and a fag. As Lawford steps, almost breaks the line. Oh, looking for support. Well, looking more confident, Lawford. The more games he plays, the more confident he gets. As this time the Eagles do go to 5 and Aston puts one in. Well, that's a better set of 6 for the Eagles.
It is, Mike. I don't know whether we've made a blunder there. The PA just said that Yasser's gone off, and we've been calling him Savata Bua. So maybe it was Yasser that was on 16. We may have made a clerical error there, but not to worry. Even the best of us get it wrong, don't we, Mike? But it's Yasser gone off and McAllister back on. Saints have the ball possession. Haven't used any substitutions just at present. But good run in. The Saints make forward progress. Dean Busby. Cunningham scoops it up from acting half. Support on his right. It's now with Joey Hayes. Got to turn it inside. Pellellini. Oh, Pellellini tries to unload the ball. Well, the referee said it's gone back. I think that was a forward pass there, Mike. I think Saints very lucky to get away with it. But the touch judge on for obviously an infringement. He's looking at Aston and Broadbent, and there's a little bit of talking going on there. But I think, well, he's pointing the referee, the touch judge, and it's Broadbent that's being brought out. Oh, yeah. Richard Shield, that. Richard Shield on for the Saints. He's wearing 17. That's right, yeah, 17 Shield. He was a 16. But Saints there with the penalty. Shield now making his debut for the Saints. First team debut for this big lad. The Saints pressing, trailing by 4. Dean Busby, a metre short, the ball's lost. Eagles have possession. But just as I was saying, Saints haven't made a substitution. They have. Adam Fogarty goes off. And Richard Shield on for his first team debut. Saints very lucky to get away with it on this wing. It looked a forward pass to me. For an infringement by a Sheffield player. They have possession. Sheffield back in possession. Aston attacked in half-back. On to Paul Carr. Eagles move it out 25 metres from their own line, Mike.
Yes, bring it away from their own line again. This time Aston kicks early in the sequence. It's a deep kick and Prescott having trouble keeping his feet. Good chase from Sodji. Oh, excellent work, Mark Aston. Chased 70 metres and brought the full-back down on his own kick. This is Hayes getting outside Sodji. Well, that was superb work from Aston, but slack work from Sodji. He just gave up 20 metres then, was not concentrating. So the Eagles, 13 minutes into the second half, with a 4-point lead, 18-14 the score. Game wide open. I'm not putting my money down on anybody. And again, the Eagles pinned for not standing square. Well, they've had the share of penalties of Saints. They can't complain the penalty count they've had today, Ron.
No, you're right there, Mike. It's how it goes. I mean, whether we get our first share off Mr. Morris in the run of a season, I don't know. But whether they're right or wrong, or whatever we think, they're right there in the middle. They're doing the job. It's tough enough, isn't it? Not as I'm sticking up for them, like. It's all friendly banter with the referee. But Saints have the possession. They need to score. They're trailing by 4. Solid tackling by the Eagles. Nothing more than you can expect. Saints are running it hard. Golding. Morley. 15 metres from the Eagles line. Golding again, running the angles. Taking the defence in. Feeding it inside. Oh, that's a big hit there. Gamson round the top. The initial tackle round the legs. Golding again. It's grubbered through. And it had to be scooped dead. Dakui Toga earning his corn there and scooping the ball dead. And up. Still got the after effects of flu. We're in the centre. It's Richard Shield. The hooker Lawless in with the shoulder, forces Shield back. Now it's Hammond up to the 10-metre line. Eagles forced to defend. Short side. Break from Cunningham, turns it inside. Eagles come up with possession. The ball was well meant, but good cover defence and an Eagles player down there, Mike. The referee stops play. Well, Paul Dixon, we seem to think it is. Some hard tackling on that far side. And Saints making another substitution. Kevin O'Loughlin coming on, number 15, to replace Andy Northey. Oh, beg your pardon, it's Danny Arnold that's come on. I do beg your pardon for Phil Beavers. So Arnold on, equally at home at the full-back position. Informed player in the Saints Alliance team at full-back. And he'll post to the side there. As we were saying about Andy Northey, the after effects of flu he's feeling. And he's been replaced by Eric Hughes for the last 25 minutes of this tie. The Eagles in the lead, 18-14, looking for the third win on the trot. Only won 3 this season. Cass Oldham and Leeds. Saints looking for the 6th win on the trot. And their lowest winning score has been 32 points. But the Eagles containing the Saints today. Danny Arnold over the 20. Saints in possession. Sullivan coming in. Wrestle to the floor. Saints move it quickly. Busby out to Joey Hayes. Just can't capitalise on it. Loses his footing. Difficult conditions there. Perolini twists out of the tackle. Last one of the sequence. 17 minutes gone in the second 40. Golding puts a tester. The chase is on. Gamson comes for it. Gamson takes it comfortably and is clattered for his trouble by Phil Waring. Was it Carl Hammond? I beg your pardon. It was Carl Hammond. Phil Waring's there at the second bite of the cherry. Danny Arnold doing the tackling on Lawless, the hooker. Paul Carr. Eagles not running as crisply and strongly as they have been. But there's McAllister back on. As Mick said, after a smoke and a drink in the dugout. I'm sure he hasn't. Excellent competitor. But the Eagles now look a little bit dishevelled as it comes to Carr, and a hurried kick. Prescott will come in. Is the ball going to find touch? Prescott stops it in field. The cover defence comes in, and good following up, Mike, there by the Eagles. pouring pressure as Joey Hayes comes through. Looking to duck through the tackles. Lineside ploy from Cunningham. Cunningham again, steps out to the tackle, drives another 5 metres, turns it inside to the supporting Saints. Joey Hayes, is it? Certainly is. Golding along the line. Busby gives the dummy, tries to drive it, has to take the tackle. 30 metres from the Eagles line, still trailing by 4. Cal Hammond. This is the last one. Cunningham stepping up. Turns it for Golding. Golding chips it for the corner. Well, the opposite diagonal kick. And the Eagles have to knock it dead. So Saints putting the pressure, moving deeply down into the Eagles' territory. The ball being knocked dead. 19 minutes have gone of this second half. And Saints putting pressure down. They've got to get points on the board, trailing by 4. And Aston drops it out, a deep kick. Danny Arnold takes it. Big lad, this Arnold. Saints move it left, Eagles move in. Certainly looked in that set of 6 that the Eagles had, but they didn't. They looked lacking in a little bit of idea. Whether they're tiring. They didn't have a game last weekend where Saints were involved in the Eagle. Oh, good ball to Busby. Support there from Arnold. He took it well off Busby. He's still struggling towards the line. 5 metres short. Saints trailing by 4. Last tackle of the sequence. Cunningham. Well, the Eagles move up quickly. It's kicked through. It's the half-back Lawford. I thought he'd moved up a little quickly when he's lost possession. Referee Morris waves it on, the correct decision. He got up to play the ball, Lawford there, I think, Mike, and there was nobody there. Saints come away with it now, and they're back on song as Cunningham moves it crossfield. A catalogue of errors as Cunningham is still driving. Well, the ball's lost, it must be a knock-on. Well, the referee looking for guidance from the touch judge. He gets guidance in the end. That was a knock-on. I thought Lawford broke out of the line and kicked the ball forward. I thought he was a little bit offside, but when he tried to play the ball, I thought there was nobody there. He allowed play on the referee, but it was definitely a knock-on the far side. Eagles head and feet at the scrum, Mike.
Well, you're going to be tossed there. An exciting passage of play there, Ron. Certainly was. Saints putting everything into attack and throwing the ball widely on last tackle, and Dakuwitoga taking a knock there, looks well out of it. But superb play from young players there. Lawford keeping his head, didn't reach down and knock on, just towed the ball again. It bounced up nicely for him. Doesn't have the legs though on Prescott. Prescott turned and picked him up. I don't think you saw it, Ron. That was superb professional play from Prescott as he was tackling Lawford. He did rake the ball, but well away from the referee. Good professional play from Prescott. Lawford just carrying the ball in one arm, hoping to get a pass in, and Prescott with the presence of mind just to hit the ball for him, then Saints would again, and we have another interchange. Beaver's on for Shield, so Shield has just had a back to him as Yasser did for the Eagles. Shield just been introduced to Premiership football. Andy Hay not quite broken the line today, but put a lot of effort in. So again, the Eagles bringing the ball out of their own quarter. This is the way the game went last week, though, Ron. The Eagles spent a lot of time in their own quarter, a lot of time defending. Leeds were playing well. The Eagles defended desperately and then came away with the game in the last 5 or 10 minutes. So, Aston looking for Dixon. Dixon floats one off to Andy Hay. Andy Hay was just having a blow. Gamson running foul for Aston. Aston puts the ball deep. Well, Eagles there, you could see, were all running on empty tanks. Nobody really showing any enthusiasm for the Eagles. Suffered some severe pressure in the last 5 or 10 minutes, and we're happy just to see that 6 out and go for the kick.
Yes, you're right, Mike. I thought they looked a bit dishevelled. A couple of sets of 6 prior to that. It doesn't always mean anything. You just get a little lull in the game, and then suddenly you only need that burst, that injection by star players, same as Aston, Paul Carr. But it's Saints that have the possession now. They bring it on the short side. Vivas on. Veteran campaigner Vivas in his testimonial season now, which takes him through to more or less the end of the Super League, the first Super League season. Arnold well taken, the ball, Vivas, Golding, turns it inside, Vivas again, Saints keep it moving. It's on to Joey Hayes. Can he round his man? Hayes kicks it. Gamson well clattered by Hayes. Good piece of work there by Hayes. Read it well, saw the gap, drove for it. Gamson came for it, and he was clattered. Sheffield have the possession. Dakui Toga. Oh, he's an exciting player, he certainly is. Big broad bench fed by Mark Aston, and Eagles keep it going. It's Stott winding his way through, and Eagles move upfield about 50-60 metres. And as I said, Mike, it's just that spark that they need. They've not been putting it together well, but they're pressing on the Saints line now. Lawless, the hooker. Saints forced to defend 10 metres from their own line. Aston, oh, it's a try! It's Carr, Paul Carr going in for the try there, Mike. 25 minutes gone. Carr registers the first try of the second period. Only the Aston penalty goal in the second minute has altered the 16-14 half-time score. But as I was saying, Mike, as we was both saying, Eagles looked out of sorts, but it only takes that one spark. Good into passing. They moved up the field 40, 50, 60 metres, and they still carried it on, and Carr finished off superbly.
And they just gave Paul Carr that edge he needs. He only needs an edge, and he's a very difficult man to bring down. He just dispensed with the first line of defence and went just had 15 metres to go to the line. Great play from the Eagles. Suffered some weathered some severe pressure from the Saints, and that puts the Eagles on to 24 points.
It's going to be tough now, Mike, as far as the Saints are concerned, trailing by 10 points. There's still 15 minutes or so, well, 14 or 15 minutes to go. Let's see if they can do it, but the Eagles, well, is that a mistake by Gamson as the Saints come up? He's regathered it, he did well there.
Certainly has. He's had a great game tonight, Mark Gamson. He's had some difficult balls to deal with, and he's dealt with everyone. He's put his body on the line several times. And again, the Eagles come up with an unforced error. Dakui Toga complaining the ball was interfered with. Well, it's no good complaining. You have to secure the ball in that situation. Respect possession. So the Saints with a chance. Or switch play. Busby, Golding gets out to Hayes. Hayes with a chance. Good cover, Mark Aston.
Yes, he did well there. Good cover as the Saints break on that blindside ploy. Paolini couldn't take it. He came through. The idea was right, but Bright Sodgy has it. Saints needed to control that ball there in the 20 for that set of 6 at least. They're playing catch-up rugby, as they say. We shouldn't panic. Still 14 minutes. But Eagles back with the ball, and they've got the lead, 24-14.
McAllister breaking the line, keeping going. Who can this guy? Put a prop forward. That is a great game. He's coming in. Gets better every game. Here's Lawless. Lawless taking the ball forward. Well, Eagles coming right upfield in this set. Hey. Feeds Lawford, slings it onto Aston. He has Broadbent on the short ball. Gamson comes through. Good set-up, Mark Aston. Mark Aston set that up beautifully. Saints anticipating Broadbent coming on the loop ball on the hip. Looked as though it set it up and just floated the ball out. Gamson came and there was nobody in defence at all. Everybody had gone wrong.
Yes, I think that's game, set and match, Mike. Aston again, creating havoc in the Saints' middle area. They came upfield, whereas the Eagles had made a mistake in their own 20. The Saints should have capitalised on it. They lost possession with Perellini coming through. Eagles got possession, and in that set of 6, Mike, they moved 90 metres upfield, and the try scored by Gamson, converted by Aston now. Another 6 points to the Eagles, makes them 30 points to Saints 14. I think we're only playing for pride now. 12 minutes and counting. And a big gap, 16 points. Kevin O'Loughlin going to be introduced for the last minutes. Dean Busby going off. 69 minutes gone. As you'd imagine, Beavers will move to loose forward now. Another reshuffle in the Saints ranks. But Saints have to kick off, and the Eagles, after that lull, bouncing back with 2 tries in quick succession. Well on song, Mike.
Yes, almost carbon copy of last week's game at Headingley. Soaked up all the pressure, and that's the way you win games for me. Always has been. You have to tackle. It's your tackling that wins your games. Your football scores your points. As Broadbent struggling. Oh, can't get a pass off. Gamson coming on support. Aston now. Drop goal, well, that's ambitious and one would say injudicious at this stage. 16-point lead, it's not long to go. And Saints struggling. I'd rather have seen the Eagles move the ball about and stretch Saints. And Mr. Morris awarding a penalty against Saints while they were in possession. And Bobby Golding playing the old man there. He knew very well it was a penalty to the Eagles, but pretended he thought it was a penalty to Saints. And, well, you've got to admire guys with that kind of cheek. And Aston, well, settling things down, going for the 2 points. Just when the Eagles are in top form. But you would expect the Eagles to get the ball back from this anyway, Ron, even if he doesn't get the 2 points.
Oh, yes, I think, well, he's bob on, I think, isn't he, tonight? He should get the 2 points, well within his capabilities. But they will, obviously, if the ball does go dead, which it should be, and it doesn't go between the sticks, Saints will have to drop it out from the centre of the 20-metre. Aston there. Yes, another 2 points. An Aston penalty after a cheeky drop goal attempt, as you said. 32-14, Mike, and the game's restarted quickly.
Yep. Yeah, we don't get a chance of a coffee in between tries anymore. So O'Loughlin there making a tackle and almost regaining possession, but Paul Carr brings the ball out. Had a great game tonight, Paul Carr. And Dixon sits Perellini back on his backside. Good running. Eagles finishing stronger, you have to say. Paul Broadbent forcing his way through that line, looking to get the ball out, doesn't do so. Lawless acting half back. Lawford first receiver. Lawford will have a sortie on his own. Nothing set up then, so decides to try and develop the ball. He's eventually tackled by Leatham and Cunningham, and this is Lawless again, pushing the ball out to the right. Moves the ball up to Saints 40. Aston looking now just to eat the clock up, puts the ball into the corner and decides. Everybody has full respect for the Saints. They know that no matter what the score, what time is on the clock, they can pick 12 points up in no time if they start throwing the ball about. So that's not bad play from Aston, eating the clock up and cooling things down.
Well, he's got to do, hasn't he? Sheffield are back into the game now, struggling a little at 18-14. It was essential the Saints got the next score. They didn't. The Eagles took control with 2 tries in the space of 3 minutes. And obviously that raises and lifts your game, doesn't it? Perellini. Strong run. Just short of the halfway line. Same as you said, Mike. 2 tries can be taken quickly. A lofted pass. Arnold turns it inside. Whirring, he turns it back. Yes, the game's... the ball's kicked forward. That's a try. There's no danger about that. That's a try. Carl Hammond. I just couldn't see who it was from our position. But just as you said, Mike, they'll receive the ball from the kickoff. 14-point deficit with 5 minutes on the clock. You shouldn't say things like that, Mike. The Saints can score quickly like that. They always make a liar out of you, don't they? Or, well, not a liar. They did the business like, but against your team, there we go. Andy Leatham, grafted hard this evening. Reaping the ball out was the indication. Saints take it quickly. Time is of the essence. 5 minutes remaining, 14 points separating the sides. It's an uphill battle, it's a big ask. Turned the ball inside. Kevin O'Loughlin, that was a forward pass. Picked up by referee Morris. I think he got it right there, Mike.
Yes, and ironic chase from all the people sat here. That golden pass did look a trifle foul, but you take your look in this game. It's a great breakout from the Saints. And nothing to lose but to keep the ball alive. And they came up with the 4 points. And it's Richard Price who's come on for Paul. So Andy Hay goes the short side. Good tackle underneath from Waring. McAllister, both these props of the Eagles, Broadbent and McAllister, have had good games tonight. Lawless tries a little sneaky run, but O'Loughlin picks him up. Aston this time again uses Broadbent for the dummy. Garcia uses his strength. Oh, unlucky. Had Broadbent dragged that in, that would have been interesting. But Aston using Broadbent as a foil well. And the Saints just keep falling for it, because you have to do. If it looks as though Broadbent's going to come short off Mark Aston, you've got to go to him. You can't leave him for somebody else.
Yes, he took it well, didn't he? Or he would have took it well. And as you say, it would have been interesting, Mike. It takes some pulling down this Broadbent. And obviously that's why he's attracting the attentions of the old pie eaters. They're looking towards signing him for the Super League. Hammond just short of the halfway. Saints play it quickly there. Saints will have to spread the ball. They can't afford this one-man rugby up the centre as Vivers moves it out. Playing towards that Sullivan wing, but the ball's out. Surely the tackle was completed. The referee said it was. Saints just losing the composure a little. Phil Vivers looking at referee Morris. It won't make any difference. Scrum down, Eagles feed. 2 minutes and counting. 32 points to 18 the score. Aston feeds. Richard Price, lively half-back, or three-quarter. Dixon, he takes it up, penetrates the Saints half. Good run in there as the Eagles spread it. Still keep it going. Lawless, the hooker. Good running by the Eagles. Still that two-try burst, obviously proving the winner in the end, Mike, but it's given the boost that they needed.
Yes, deservedly so. They've certainly put the work in, because again, Saints have played well enough. They've had plenty of pressure, moved the ball about well. So Aston this time going high, and that man's offside. Yes, quite right. Stott knew he was offside, but just went for the odds. But Mr. Morris had spotted him. I don't think there's much more than a minute left of the game as Saints start spreading the ball now. Pedalini gets a good ball up to O'Loughlin. Good running from O'Loughlin, determined running right through the defence, eventually brought down by Sodji and Dekatui. Oh, Golding feeds the ball out and keeps it alive to O'Loughlin again, and well, he just made a big run at O'Loughlin, plays it to himself, full of running, tackled a metre short of the line. Oh, and Cunningham just tries an awesome little chip throw. Well, no, if you're going to try things, that's the time to try things. Only a few minutes to go, a minute to go, and you're 14 points down, nothing to lose there, Cunningham. As Richard Price brings the ball out. Gamson. Utaju anytime. Oh, and that's, well, double knock on. And I think the Hooter will go before we run through another set. So this defeat tonight for the Saints, Ron, and Leeds have been well beaten, it seems, at Warrington tonight, or at least they're being well beaten. They've quite a while to go yet. Means that Wigan just, as we're coming to the back end of the season, what is the end of the season, just take a commanding lead again.
Well, they certainly do. They're going to take some stopping, obviously. They've only lost that one to Leeds. And Leeds inconsistent, more inconsistent than my Saints, unfortunately. This will be Saints' 4th loss out of the 12 games. Always difficult here at Don Valley as Parolini brings it up within 12 metres of the Eagles line. 32-18 the score. Kevin O'Loughlin, I should say. Just waiting for the Hooter. Maybe a little bit of stoppage time with that injury to your wingman before, as Vivas puts it out wide. Prescott, he spreads it out, but Saints unable to penetrate this Eagles defence, and that's the turnover, that's the 6th tackle. About 1 minute and 30 seconds of stoppage time played. Eagles back in the possession, and well worthy of the win tonight, Mike. 32-18.
Yes, you have to say so. Scoring 32 points against the Saints is no mean feat. It's the second time in... Oh, good tackle from Perolini. Finishes the game as he started with a big shoulder on the ball carrier. But this time, Mr. Morris picks him up for tapping the ball out. Well, they earn the money these days of these fellas. It's non-stop football, it's total commitment. Your body's on the line most of the game. And you'd think after 80 minutes the way they've played, those two, Broadbent and Perolini, will be looking to shade it a little bit, but no, full contact there in that tackle. And there goes the hook. So a great win for the Eagles, dropping Leeds' colours one week and Saints' colours this week. So Eagles going on to the end of the season, looking forward to putting some form up before they go into the Super League. So from myself, Mick McGowan and Ron Off and Mike on video, we'll be at Warrington next week, and the Saints will be at Workington at home with the debut of Paul Broadbent. That'll be a big the debut of Paul Newell. That'll be a big occasion for the Saints fans. So again, from myself, Mick McGowan, Ron Off and Mike on video. Join us next week for 80 minutes of outstanding Premiership football.